Let's bring in infectious disease specialist and ABC News medical contributor, Dr. Todd Ellerin. Dr. Todd, good morning. You know, we heard there in Witt's piece this new CDC guidance on quarantine after exposure to COVID-19 if you're vaccinated. But there's specific categories in there. So can you explain it to us and what the thought process is there?
Good morning, Diane. And I do think this makes sense, this newest guidance from the CDC. What it's saying is if you've already been vaccinated, after 2 weeks after the second dose, so fully vaccinated, and if you're asymptomatic, and if it hasn't been more than 3 months that have elapsed since the vaccine, if you're exposed to someone with COVID-19, you do not have to quarantine. And I think that's very important because, as you know, we're getting a lot of quarantine fatigue. And so I think this is very important. But here's the big but. Remember, you still have to use those same infection prevention measures. So masking, distancing. Why? Because we know that the vaccines are great against preventing severe disease, but we still aren't sure exactly how much it reduces transmission.
Now, the CDC is also now saying that a well-fitting cloth mask over a surgical mask could help create more protection. What are your thoughts on that? Should we all be wearing 2 masks?
I don't think we have to. I think it's important to note that in these studies, there were experimental studies with mannequins. If you wore the surgical mask and then a cloth mask over it, that it reduced the amount of transmission by more than 95%. By the way, what it highlighted is that it's important for both mannequins to have masks. Okay, but here's the but. You can also wear a surgical mask, but what the study noted is that fit is important. So there's a way of making these surgical masks better fitting. You can just fold it in half, and then you can tie it a knot by each end close to the mask, and then the extra material you push in so it looks like this in the inside, that extra material. So it's called knot and tuck, and that will make it better, tighter form fitting. So I think the key lesson is that filtration is important, but fit is also very important.
So do we need sort of a thick double layer situation, or is it just about getting that mask really nice and close to your face?
I think it's true, layers are better, but remember, these masks have 3 layers in them. So this is enough, especially if it's form-fitting to your face. And you can go on YouTube to figure out the knot and tuck method.
I've done it already. I feel like I'm a pro at this. Also, added perk, when you get that nice fit, it doesn't fog up your glasses.
Right.
So we're also finally seeing cases and hospitalizations fall. But we also just saw in Witt's piece, California has recorded 2 cases of the South Africa variant. So could these variants hurt the progress that we've made so far?
Diane, it really feels like a cat and mouse game in a sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Constant pursuit, near captures, repeated escapes. The only difference is the virus is the cat, we're the mouse, and right now the cat is attacking the mouse. Remember, COVID-19 still today is the leading cause of death in the United States. So the good news is that once you're vaccinated, then that mouse gets bigger. It becomes cat size, right? It prevents hospitalizations. It prevents deaths. It prevents going into the intensive care unit. That's good news. But then, of course, the cat is able to, shift its shape, right? It can mutate. It can form variants. So then it may be able to evade the vaccine more. So it does kind of create that cat and mouse. But once again, even though the vaccine may not be perfect against preventing infection against some of these variants, the hope is it will continue decreasing hospitalizations and deaths. So I cannot overemphasize the importance of rolling up our sleeves and getting vaccinated.
All right, Dr. Todd Ellerin, it's always great to have you. Thank you.
Take care, Diane.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.